Do you have a copy of Message to the Blackman handy?
Then you just let me reading from it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. On chapter 55, which I believe is page 109 or 110.
On page 109.
I have it right here. It's page. Oh, I'm sorry. It's page 110.
Okay, page 110. What about it?
In the in the third paragraph.
She holds a whole nation, so-called Negroes, prisoner, and refuses to open the door of freedom, justice, and equality to them. She threatens to go to war against other nations who hold any of her citizens prisoners. They now boast of building rockets to land on our moon and to build a small contraption to try circling the earth like our moon, which we have made to revolve around the earth. The following is from the Holy Quran. And we, the devils, sought to reach heaven, but we found it filled with strong guards and flames. And we, the devils, used to sit in some of the sitting places thereof to steal a hearing. But he who tries to listen now finds a flame lying in wait for him. That one paragraph there, was that the one you wanted about the moon and all that?
Oh, I'm sorry, son of man. It was actually the first paragraph that you read. I'm sorry I didn't stop you. It was where it says they now boast of building rockets to land on our moon. Was the white man boasting when he was building the rockets to land on the moon up there?
When you talk about, you remember they said we will get to the moon.
Mm-hmm.
That was the boast that President Kennedy made. And he said we will do it within the next decade,
mm-hmm.
while he was in office. And they began building rockets. And then when they got up to the moon, you noticed they didn't like what they found because they didn't want to talk about it.
Right.
And didn't want to go back. They're not interested in going back now because they found out that the moon was just what we told them it was. A piece of our earth that we blowed away from here.
Okay.
And you notice no astronaut that touched down and looked at what's on there was ever interviewed about what he thought.
Right. I have, it says right here, they now boast of building rockets to land on our moon, and then in parentheses it says, which can't and won't be done.
No, that's not in here.
I'm reading it from the original 1965 version, the originally published version. I have two copies of the book. One is the original 1965 version, and the other one is the reprinted one from 1997. And the 1997 one doesn't have in parentheses, but the original one, published in 1965, says in parentheses, they now boast of building rockets to land on our moon, and in the parentheses it says, which can't and won't be done. This is the original 1965 version.
Message to the Black Man in America, copyright 1965 by Elijah Muhammad. And I don't know what you got there, but
I'll send you an email of it right now, actually. I have it here. If you could check your email at questions.
But like I said, I got a 65.
Does this, I know you have. It's the copyright 1965, but does it say that it was because it was reprinted twice? It was reprinted in 1972, then again in 1997, and those ones don't have the parentheses in there. But the original 1965 copyright, I have it right in my hand. It says on page 1. It says, I'm quoting it, they now boast of building rockets to land on our moon, and then in parentheses, which can't and won't be done. This is the original 1965 version. And I'm emailing it to you right now at questions@newnationofislam.com. A video of me.
I also know that the messenger said that they landed on the moon.
Yeah, exactly. In the Theology of Times book, he said that.
The messengers also said that they would never be able to live on the moon.
Right.
I don't never read, even when I don't have that original, what you hardback copy.
Yes.
Yours is hardback?
Yes, it is. Yes, sir.
Okay. That hardback copy, I don't have mine.
Well, this is the original
I never,
copy.
read where the messenger said that they would not be able to land on the moon. I know he said they wouldn't be able to live there.
Do you have email that you could actually check right now?
Lightchild@AOL.com.
CHLIGHTCHILD at
CHILDE.
Oh, DE. Okay. And at what?
I'm gonna tell you this even before we get started on that.
Mm-hmm.
That's academic now, and there's a lot of the things that was put in some of those books that the messenger did not say.
In the original message to the Blackman, didn't Elijah Muhammad wouldn't he have authorized this to be published?
In all of the books of the messenger, people put stuff in there that actually the messenger did not say. So that's not no new. Just like the Bible is full of stuff that Jesus didn't say.
But don't you think that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad would have read this and authorized it, and then let it be published?
Elijah Muhammad didn't read every page of every book that they put out. No, sir. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad skimmed the book.
So you think that somebody altered this and just put it in there behind his back?
It be altered. The messenger of God never said what you just said he said. I mean, he even taught on that. That though thou mayest ascend into heaven. And he did that even before he talked about him landing on the moon. That's neither here nor there. That's like what you find in the Bible about slave obey your master. I mean, God ain't condone no slavery.
Right.
I'm not going to throw the Bible away just because you found something somebody put in there that ain't had no business in it.
So you think that the one I'm looking at, right? I'm looking at right here, which says, "In Canton, what we done."
Nothing. I just told you that I'm not going to get into no back and forth over that trivial little thing about the white man being on the moon. The messenger already acknowledged that, and I do too.
I agree. I agree with that. I heard your debate with Johnny something, and trust me, I think that you won the debate, and I thought he was extremely rude the way he would cut you off. I'm on your side on that, 100%. And actually, I'm coming.
Whether you on my side or not,
this is the bigger point that I'm going to make is that you called him a liar and that wasn't in the book, and it was in the original book. Now
I don't know about what you I didn't so much as call him a liar about that. I told him he was lying about what he was reading.
Yeah.
And he was lying about what he was reading.
But he wasn't, though. It was in the original message to the Blackman, so he wasn't lying about reading that.
They now boast of building rockets to land on our moon and to build a small contraption to try. You notice he don't want me to read it.
We love it. We love it.
To build a small contraption to try circling the earth like our moon, which we have made to revolve around the earth. Now that didn't say nothing about you wasn't going to reach the moon.
Let's go back to the moon.
Why'd you tell that bold-faced lie? That's why he didn't want to tell me where he was reading.
I'm reading.
No, you got cancer.
Says they boast of building rockets to land on
And it's growing in you while I'm talking to you now.
Earth like our moon, which we have to make to roll all around the earth. Now, why is it that you didn't read that?
I did read it. I just read it.
Okay, now, did you say that they now boast of building rockets to land on our moon, which can't and won't be?
No, sir. It didn't say that. It didn't say that. It says they now boast of building rockets to land on our moon and to build a small contraption to try circling the earth like our moon, which we have made to revolve around the earth. It didn't say nothing about not being able to.
Okay. Now,
Then why you tell that lie?
that he was saying.
That's why you got cancer. That's why you have cancer. The page where he said, and the messenger said that he would never, that the white man would not be able to get to the moon and live there.
Not that part. You guys talked about that part. Then you guys talked about page 110. In 110, when he said...
Is that in that book you got?
Yes, it is.
Well, then, that clarifies that other part.
No, it verifies that, but it doesn't verify the part where he said that it would never land on the moon. Not land on the moon and live. I'm talking about page 110. It says they now boast of building rockets to land on our moon, which can't and won't be done. That's in the original version. But just real quick, I'm sorry, just real quick, then I'll be quiet. But it's awfully funny
that. Moment.
Okay.
That cannot be done for them to produce a satellite that'll do what our moon do. They have never been able to do it. And they never will. What's keeping the moon out there circling the Earth? And how come it don't fall back like that stuff they put out there?
Gravity.
You don't know.
Gravity.
No, sir. It ain't got nothing to do with gravity.
The gravitational pull?
If it's gravity, then the moon should have been back here. Gravity is an attracting force. So, you know, you don't know what the messenger said. They won't build no satellite that will do what I would do.
Well, it says here that they are now boasting of building rockets to land on our moon. Yeah, that has happened. It did land on the moon. But he said in 1965 that it can't and won't be done. But it was edited after man did land on the moon, so he took that out because I think he was proven wrong.
No, I'm not finna go back and forth with you about that. You disbelieve.
But he was proven wrong.
Care less about that.
But he was proven wrong, though.
I done already walked on the moon. Everybody that's been on the Earth walked on the moon.
But Elijah Muhammad said that the rockets being built will not land on the moon in 1965, and then he had to edit it in his later versions and edit that part out.
Their rockets that they put out there will not do what they would like it to do.
All it said is land on the moon. It didn't say what they would do. It just said that the rockets to land on the moon, and it did land on the moon rockets did land on the moon in 1969, 4 years after Elijah Muhammad said that they wouldn't be able to. And then coincidentally, his next edition edited that part out.
I'm gonna tell you again, you're not gonna come in here and fast talk and over talk me. Now I don't mind discussing this with you, but not the way you doing it. Now, you got that part in the book, that very book that you got there that tells you they will not be able to get to the moon and live there.
That's not what it's talking about. You're talking about a different chapter. You're talking about page 307. You're talking about page 307, or 305. I'm talking about page 110.
I'm not talking about page 305.
Yes, you are. You're talking about page 305. It says, even if you can't, you try. You can't reach the moon and live on it, so be satisfied and believe in Allah here on earth. That's page 305. I'm specifically talking about page 110.
Just a moment. Now, you just answered your own question.
No, I didn't.
It says no one is going to leave this planet to live on another.
But page 110 isn't talking about living there. It's talking about just landing on it, not living. Page 110 just specifically deals with landing on it. It has nothing to do with living on it. It doesn't even mention living on it. It just says landing on it. And Elijah Muhammad denied that they would even land on it.
Now I'm going to say this one more time, that when I'm trying to talk, now I know what you up for. But the argument that you bring in don't hold water, because in the same book that you got, you see where the messenger said about going to the moon and not being able to...
Page 110 has nothing to do with living on it, though.
So now you be quiet while I'm talking.
Unmuted. Muted.
Now, you wait and let me finish, and then you say what you got to say. It says no one is going to leave this planet to live on another. You can't, even if you try. You can't reach the moon and live on it. I think that's pretty plain. Now, that's even in your book. The one that you say is you trying to twist now to say that he said that they won't be able to ever reach it. I think that got cleared up with that. Now, what else you got to say?
Am I off mute?
Muted.
Press star 6 and unmute your phone.
Okay. I hear what you're saying, and you did, Johnny, when you debated that guy Johnny a few weeks ago, he definitely took page 305 out of context. You were absolutely right. Johnny, all he quoted was, "You can't reach the moon," and he stopped, and he didn't read the part that says, "and live on it." I agree with you. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that you can't reach the moon and live on it.
Muted.
But, hello? Hello?
Now, this is something I want you to understand.
Wait a minute.
I know you can hear me when I'm saying something.
The conference host has muted the conference. This line cannot be unmuted.
You. Well, I know these phones is working both ways like that. Now, I just asked you a question, and I showed you where, obviously, in the very book you got, the messenger clears up what he means by not reaching the moon and living on it. So now, what do you keep on trying to suggest now?
Am I off mute?
What you done did with this?
Am I off mute?
The conference host has muted the conference. This line cannot be unmuted. Unmuted. Muted.
Now unmute your phone. Press *6.
Unmuted.
But the messenger done already undid what you was trying to say.
Okay, no, I hear you. Is my phone off mute? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. When I pressed *6 twice before, it said the whole thing was unmuted. So I'm sorry. On page, sorry.
See, now just like you heard me just then, you heard me when you were talking fast the other time.
No, I didn't.
I'm telling you, don't do that.
When I hit *6, an operator said something, so I couldn't hear you for about 10 seconds. Now, at any rate, on page 305, it says that man can't land on the moon and live on it. That's obviously true. Man can't live on the moon. Page 110 isn't talking about living on it. All page 110 mentions is building rockets to land on our moon. Land on our moon, not land and live. It just says land on our moon, parentheses, which can't and won't be done.
Just a moment. When you go and read that, and then you read what it says back here further, then you start to see that that's what he meant.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
That man could not land on the moon and live there.
But 110 doesn't mention living on it, though.
If that wasn't what he meant, then why is that what he said?
Okay, then why do they have to edit it later, then?
The same book that you got says that.
Why did they have to edit it later, then?
No, I don't know nothing about editing.
Okay, what's your email? I'll email it to you right now so you can see for yourself. What's your email?
Well,
Lightchild at what?
Where people got afraid because they couldn't argue for the messenger, so they called themselves taking something out that they thought was contradictory. But you don't take something out of messengers of God thing.
But the book you have is edited. They edited that part out. You should get the version I have.
Well, I don't have. You give me one or make me a copy of the one you.
Okay, what's your email address?
I checked.
The thing is.
What's your email address?
I'm not the person who runs from what messengers of God say. I don't read the Holy Bible, the Holy Quran, or any of the messengers of God's teachings trying to catch them in a lie. That's why I always find the truth. I'll show you an example. Over here where they got Jesus telling people, don't be telling people that he's Christ. And, if I had just skimmed it, then I would have believed like a lot of other people believe, that Jesus was telling people that he was Christ.
So why did Elijah Muhammad authorize the edited version in 1972?
I don't know nothing about what you are saying that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad authorized. I know that when the messenger was here, the message to the black man was in hardback.
Okay, the 1972 version of Message to the Black Man doesn't have the parentheses in there.
When Elijah Muhammad was here, the message to the black man was the hardback copy.
Yeah, that's the one I have.
There was no edited one.
Okay, 1965 says, which can't and won't be done. In 1972, that line disappeared. Why?
Well, you asking me something that I just told you. You keep trying to argue this. You're like a person who, in court, and the question that you asked been asked and answered, and then you go and rephrase it and ask the same question all over again.
You didn't answer the question, though.
Elijah Muhammad said that they would not be able to land on or reach the moon and live.
But 110 says nothing about living on it, though.
That is what his statement meant when he said that.
No, it didn't. All it said is he now boasts of building rockets to land on the moon. That's all it says. It has nothing to do with living on it. It just says landing on it. He now boasts of building rockets. Okay, when did the white man ever boast about landing and living on the moon? I don't ever remember doing any of them saying that they're going to live there. They just said they're going to land there.
But that said, it didn't say nothing about him boasting to land and live on it.
That's what you said 110 means. You said that 110 means that to land and live on it. And that's wrong, because all 110 mentions is to land on it, not to live on it.
That's 305 where it says that.
No, page 110. Page 110 just mentions building rockets to land on it, not to live on it. You're adding something to it.
Get out of it. Come back on mute. I mean, you're not going to make a lie out of nothing the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught.
But you denied that was in the book. You denied that when you debated Johnny, you denied that was in the original message to the black man. I'm saying that it was in there, and you said he was a liar for saying that it was.
Oh, I don't deny it, and I didn't deny it.
Yes, you did. You said, why'd you say that lie? You said it doesn't say that. Why'd you say that lie?
It didn't say nothing about not being able to. Okay. Now, then why you tell that lie?
I actually have you on tape. I could play it back if you want me to. When you said, why are you lying, Johnny? Why? I mean, it was funny the way you were saying it, but he wasn't lying about it, though. That's the thing. He wasn't lying about it.
Johnny took me to this page that you took me to.
Yeah, and you denied that it said, which can't and won't be done. You said it didn't say that. It never said that, but it did say that.
To you, as I said to you, even what you are trying to put over now, you reading it in your book, in the same book that you got there, shows you what the messenger meant when he said that they wouldn't be able
No, all it says is building rockets to land on the moon. Now, you might have a leg to stand on if page 110 said, and now boasts of building rockets to land and live on the moon, but it didn't say that. All it said is land on the moon.
Not going any place. And
yeah, you're okay. All right, got it. Understood. No, son of man, listen, thanks for answering my question. I really appreciate it. Not convincing whatsoever, but I appreciate you taking out the time. Take care.
I'm not.
That's all you want, just a published page?
That's all I need.
Oh, I don't know if you wanted me to send you the actual book or not.
No, you don't have to send me the book. Just send me the published page. That'll tell me everything I need to know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem.
Matter of fact, read to me what the published page. Published
yes.
Page, you know.
Yeah, sure. It says,
message to the black man.
Message to the Black Man in America, copyright 1965 by Elijah Muhammad, printed in the United States of America, all rights reserved.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the page, the title, got the title on it and everything.
Yeah, published by Muhammad's Mosque of Islam, number 2, 5335 South Greenwood Avenue in Chicago, Illinois.
Okay.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's what I want.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
That's what I want.
Okay, I'll scan that as soon as I get by.
That is the one that the messenger had been telling everybody. That's a lot of people have been out there putting stuff in his book that he didn't say and all that, and so he straightened all that stuff out. But I want that title page.
All right.
I can give the people, let them know which books to look out for. Okay.
Son of man.
And I appreciate it.
Wait, so, son of man, could you cut out the last 10 seconds about what you said? I'm sorry.
I want to let the people know which books to look out for, because people like that, the secretary at that time was John Ali. The messenger got rid of him when he found out some of the stuff that he was doing. So, yep.
So you think John Ali edited that?
John Ali and them was all responsible for putting putting the books and stuff together.
Hmm.
Yeah. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad was the messenger of Allah. Now that says it all. It's just like I read things in the book where they got Jesus saying that that the salvation is of the Jews. I don't say Jesus was a fool. I don't say Jesus said, I know Jesus didn't say that. But it's in the Bible.
Okay.
I know whose hands these books been in. Don't you think it's mighty strange that if that was in the messenger's teaching, if they knew he said that, why didn't somebody while he was here bring that out?
Well, they did. That's why it was edited in 1972.
No, they did not.
No. What?
Not.
It was edited in 1972.
No, in 1972 is when he got rid of John Ali and all of them other boys. Matter of fact, he got rid of them before then.
No, 1972 they had a reprint of Message to the Black Man in America, and they edited that.
1972.
Yep. I have it. Wait a minute. Hold on. I have it. I have it right here.
I've got it too. When the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, when that was called to his attention, he did what he was supposed to do.
So you know for a fact that was called to his attention, that particular part?
This stuff that you bringing up, I mean that if they had even attempted to do what you said there, I mean they were 3 years late. Nobody that's trying to run a game on you waits 3 years to undo something that they know they lied about. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad did never say that. And those people who put that in there, they are responsible for that. John Ali and them people who were responsible for the messenger's books, whatnot.
Let me say this.
You can accept that or not. I'm through with that.
Okay, no, I just want to say this real quick. And that's fine. I understand what you're saying. But the issue I have with that is that in 1970... No, wait. Hold on, wait. Just hear me out. Hear me out.
No, just don't tell what your issue with it is.
Wait, hear me out. Hear me out.
I don't need to hear you out.
Okay, the 1972 edition, where they took away the parentheses, why did Elijah Muhammad still acknowledge John Ali in the back of the acknowledgments books? Why would he acknowledge and thank John Ali if he edited the 65 version?
What you fail to understand is that they did not change take out everything that was in the book. They took out the fallacies there.
But if John Ali is the one who edited it in the first place, why did he still acknowledge him in the later edition?
Look, brother. Look.
Last question.
You are disrespectful, and I'm not going for that.
I'm going to send.
We got nothing else to discuss.
It's about what I'm going to send you. Hello. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. That dude is weird.